What's up, everyone? Mr. NoobTube Gamer. Today we're going to take a look at Black Ops 3 in the year 2020. So this game almost came out 5 years ago, and when this game first came out, I had a lot of negative things to say about it. I'm like, this doesn't really feel like a Black Ops game because the whole futuristic movement and everything, and the campaign, it just didn't fit well with the Black Ops series, and I really didn't like this game all that much when it came out. I mean, the gunplay is solid, the maps are great. Like, I don't have too much bad things to say about the overall experience, and, specialists are okay, but it just doesn't feel like a Black Ops game. Like, on its own, it would be a great Call of Duty, and I think it's fine, but the biggest problem I had was coming from Black Ops 2, I expected something so much different than what we got, and, I didn't really appreciate it so much back then. But going back to this game, after playing Black Ops 4 and the new Modern Warfare, I can appreciate Black Ops 3 a whole lot more than I did back in the day. And the weird thing is that going back to this game after playing Black Ops 4, it's such a strange feeling because it feels like this game came out after Black Ops 4, even though it came out 3 years before. This game is 5 years old, but actually still holds up quite well today, even among other Call of Duty games that came out after it. Like, the thing about Black Ops 4, I mean, yeah, they took away the futuristic movement, so I guess in that way, because this game has advanced movement, that it kind of feels more futuristic, and therefore it kind of feels like it came out after. But it's also because, like, the graphics, oh my god, the graphics look so much better in Black Ops 3 than Black Ops 4. The textures are better quality, like, everything seems so much better when you're talking about the graphics in Black Ops 3 than 4. Black Ops 4 looks like it could have come out on the PS3. Like, am I the only one that thinks the graphics on BO4 are just trash? But oh my god, like, it just felt so weird, like, coming back to this game. Like, oh my god, this game feels like it came out last year. It's incredible, actually, that it holds up so well. And you still have a lot of people online. I have all the DLCs. I had no problem getting into a game of domination, TDM, free-for-all, even Search and Destroy is still popping. So this game still has a very active community. I'm not sure exactly why. I mean, it's definitely one of the more played Call of Duty games. More people play this game than Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. I'm not sure about World War II, and I'm sure more people play Black Ops 4. Definitely Modern Warfare with Warzone, but still, for a 5-year-old game, this game still has a really healthy player base, and it's still very fun after all this time, I have to say. It's really fun. And Nuketown is great, it's always great, but yeah, it's just Black Ops 3 is definitely worth coming back to after 5 years. If you've never played it before, it's not going to feel old like if you go back to Black Ops 1 or something, you'd be like, yeah, this game feels so old. But going to Black Ops 3, you will never have that feeling. I think this game is also better balanced than Black Ops 4, because the specialists in BO4 were just all over the place. Like, you thought Modern Warfare 2 was an unbalanced mess. Black Ops 4, in my opinion, gives MW2 a run for its money when it just comes for the crazy bullshit you get with all the specialists and everything. It's just so many cheap deaths. Like, you feel like when you die, you don't feel like that death was earned. Like, it's just so fucking cheap in that game. But in Black Ops 3, you still have specialists and they can kill you, and, sometimes you could be like, oh god, I got killed by a Tempest or whatever, But for the most part, it feels like it's a fair fight, Even with the wall running and everything, it's not like Advanced Warfare where you just jump all the way up in the air and then fly around and then you can't shoot them, It's not like that. It's definitely, the futuristic movement in this game is probably the best out of all the futuristic Call of Duties. I mean, Infinite Warfare kind of has the same exact system, but you know what I mean. It's definitely, if you played Advanced Warfare and never played this, and you're like, oh my god, futuristic Call of Duty is trash, you should definitely give this game a chance, because it's a lot better than Advanced Warfare, in my opinion. I think most people will probably agree with me. But, the thing is that this game had a lot of supply drops, and those supply drops are still in there. Most of the good weapons are locked behind the supply drops, so that's going to be a problem if you're a new player playing this game for the first time. You're going to have that issue where the more experienced players are going to have all the good weapons, and even if you level up, there's still not a chance that you're going to get all those good weapons that the other people have, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these people who are still playing right now, they've been playing for over 5 years. So they're going to have all the good weapons, and you're going to be at a significant disadvantage. So that's one thing to consider when we're talking about Black Ops 3. That it's going to have that problem where you're going to have a lot of disadvantages compared to people who play the game for a long time. And that's not necessarily the case when we're talking about Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And another thing, when you're playing Domination in Black Ops 3, just as a side note, once you have the RAPS deploy ship, it's over. The other team has no chance because the RAPS deploy ship it really puts in work in Domination. Like, if the enemy tries to capture anything, I mean, good luck. They have no chance. And yeah, I'm camping, and I'm acting like a little bitch in this game, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do to get those score streaks, you know? Like, I am Mr. NoobTube Gamer. I drop noob tubes, and I play cheap. I don't play fair. If you don't like that, then don't subscribe to this channel. I mean, that it is what it is, right? So if you don't like me playing like that, then you can move on to somebody else. Those fucking try-hard pieces of shit, you know? You know what I mean? So I don't care about playing fair. I don't care about any of that. But no, we're 89 and 100. But don't worry, we'll win. Spoiler alert: we're gonna win because of me. Anyway, Black Ops 3 in the year 2020 is a really good experience, and it's weird that I enjoy this game so much more now than I did back in 2015. I think what made me leave the game was the supply drops, honestly, because I got frustrated. And I'm currently working on a pick a weapon bribe. If you're a new player, if you win 75 games, you can get the pick a weapon bribe. So, you know, it's not completely like, oh, you know, if you play this game, you're not going to be able to get any good weapons. I mean, some of the default weapons are good. Like, I got the VMP going right now, and it does put in some work, you know. And I'm letting people take my care package because I don't really care about the, the HCXD. You know, so some of the kill streaks are kind of whack, but a lot of them are really good, like the RAPS deploy ship, which you're about to see. Oh my god, especially in Nuketown because that map is so small, but it's great. I mean, Black Ops 3 is, besides the campaign, is a really solid experience. I mean, I think Black Ops 3 had one of the worst campaigns in Call of Duty history, but let's face it, most of the people that play Call of Duty don't really give a shit about the single-player campaign. I mean, Modern Warfare campaign remastered, like, what the hell are they thinking with that? I don't know if I even want them to remaster the whole game at this point, because if they remaster multiplayer, you know we're going to get supply drops, you know we're going to get all this fucking bullshit in there, and I don't really want that for a 10-year-old game. I think you should just let the past stay in the past. That's just my opinion, but with Black Ops 3, it doesn't even feel like it's in the past. Like, it still feels like a modern Call of Duty game, even though it takes place in the future. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like it holds up very well after all this time. And I would recommend getting the DLC, only because the DLC maps are actually really good. And especially with the zombies. I mean, you gotta get the DLC if you're a zombies fan, right? If you're on PC, the game is currently on sale for $30. I'm not sure exactly how much longer that's gonna last, but that's the thing about the PC, man. They never put their games on sale. So, like, these older Call of Duty games like Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, World War II, they suffer because 3, 4, 5 years, they never cut down in price. So once that sale is over on Steam, Black Ops 3 is going to go back to costing $60. And the player base on PC is not nearly as big as it is on the consoles. I'm not exactly sure about the PS3 and 360. I mean, I've heard a lot of bad things about those versions of the game. So if you're a last-gen gamer still, if you didn't get the new consoles, yeah, no, don't even think about it, because I heard that game is trash on the 360, so don't even think about that. On the PS4 and Xbox One, it's a very solid experience. People are still playing this game after all these years, and oh my god. Remember, I am Mr. NoobTube Gamer. I love that fucking War Machine. Oh, man. Hey, it's a way to NoobTube in the game, and it's not like I'm going out of my way to play cheap. It's in the game. It's a specialist, you know? I'm War Machine. Yeah, War Machine's definitely my favorite specialist. And look at this. This guy jumps up and is like, he doesn't even see me, so I punch him. And I was convinced that I was going to die at that point, but nope. Apparently I'm still alive. So I couldn't believe that. I'm definitely playing against really bad people, and it's still actually a pretty competitive game, even though I've been putting in a lot of work, and I've been pretty much carrying my team this entire game. But the great thing about going back to an older Call of Duty is that the skill-based matchmaking isn't nearly as hard as it was back then. So remember, Black Ops 3, back when it came out, had really heavy skill-based matchmaking, but because you don't have as many players as you did before, the skill-based matchmaking doesn't work like it used to. So you have a lot of games where you're just stomping people, not like you could back then, because you don't have as many people for the skill-based matchmaking to work. So I think that's awesome that. That's why I go back to older Call of Duty games, because it's so much more enjoyable that way. So let's go back and play Modern Warfare 5 years later and see if it's a better game. It probably will, honestly. Just because the skill-based matchmaking won't be nearly as bad. Oh my god. Every game is a sweat fest. I fucking hate that shit. But, hey. Anyway. Black Ops 3 in the year 2020. Still very much alive. Still a very fun game. If you guys want to play with me, let me know in the comments down below. My gamer tag is Mr. NoobTubeGamer. Feel free to send me a friend request, and we could play a couple games together. Why the hell not? Black Ops 3 is still a very fun game. I enjoy it more than Black Ops 4, that's for sure. And it's a really good game. I mean, I don't like it nearly as much as Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but it's still really good, and I definitely recommend you check it out. And if you can afford the DLC, I think you should get that also, if it's on sale. If it's still $60 for all the map packs, I'd be like, maybe not. But overall, you should definitely play that game. It's amazing. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about Black Ops 3. Did you love it back in the day? Did you hate playing it? And are you thinking about coming back after all this time? Or maybe playing it for the very first time? Maybe you weren't around back then. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about Black Ops 3 in the comments down below. And oh my god, look at that beautiful KD. I guess I'm the greatest Black Ops 3 player of all time. See you guys later.